Hi, thanks for joining me. This is Angie at Chicken Scratch. This is the project we're making today. So the following video was filmed live. Feel free to fast forward, pause, or rewind. I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, so good morning, good afternoon, whatever time zone you're on. Today we are making a holiday project, and we are making a larger version of this little handbag that we made on Monday evening. I have not yet posted it on my website because I'm really behind. I'm actually in the doghouse right now. I was supposed to call a moving company and get some quotes, and last minute Angie had not done that yet. And when I finally called, some of the companies are already booked because we are down to 23 days we're moving. I can't remember who suggested that I reverse this, but I did. So thank you. Much easier. Yes, now we have 23 days. Anyway, so I do have the template ready. Here it is here. So I'm going to be sharing this on my Chicken Scratch Stamps Facebook group. So if you're a member of that group, I'm going to post this as soon as the live video is over, because I don't really know when I'm going to get this one or the one we're making on my website. I have to meet with a couple moving companies and get bids, and I'm fixing to be really scattered with 23 days away. So if I make any mistakes, I apologize. I did confirm that my measurements on this template is accurate, so this will work, okay? We are using 2 stamp sets today, Don't Stop Believing and Festive Post. And if you watched my haul video, I originally did not have this one in my possession. I didn't order it on my very first order because I was trying to be really good about not buying everything in the catalog, especially since we're moving. But I saw one of my downline posted a stinking cute project. Thanks, Michelle, using this image, and I'm like, okay, I have to have it. So I ordered it, and so we're using that one. And then we're also using Festive Post. Now, the reason we're using Festive Post is because as cute as this greeting is right here, you can't give that greeting to just anybody. They have to kind of have a really good sense of humor, I think. I don't know that maybe a child would want that greeting. You want to do something a little more childlike, you know what I mean? So I have 2 versions of this box. I'm going to show you both of them, but we're only going to make one. So we are using the greeting from this one, and it has "Enjoy this season, Merry Christmas to you and yours, and it's the most wonderful time of the year." So any of these 4 greetings would work with the project we're making today. We're using Trimming the Town because I'm stuck on this paper right now. It's so appropriate for what we're doing. Okay, enough talking, right? Now, I have Seaside Spray. This is like my go-to color this year for the holidays. I might change my mind later after we move. So this piece measures 8 by 4. Then we have Whisper White for stamping. We have 4 pieces of the Designer Series paper. Like I said, that's Trimming the Town. These measure 7 by 5/16, and the 5/16 is the teeny tiny mark after the quarter, okay? And then we have 2 pieces of the Seaside Spray that measure 7 by 3/8. So this is just a 1/16 of an inch smaller to layer on top of the Seaside Spray, okay? And then we have some silver foil. We're going to start by stamping our images. So let me move this out of the way. I felt like I just talked for like 15 minutes. I didn't though. Okay. We're going to stamp him right there. And then our greeting is a photopolymer stamp. So I am using our Stampin' Mat. This is not in our catalog, but it is still available. Our photopolymer stamps prefer the cushion of a Stampin' Mat. I especially want to use it when I'm doing greetings because I don't want it to be fuzzy. Now we're going to take some Stampin', what are these called? Stampin' Blend markers. I'm using Granny Apple Green, Dark and Light of the Smoky Slate, Seaside Spray, Pumpkin Pie, and Poppy Parade. Now the only dark one I'm using is the Smoky Slate. So the rest of them I'm using lights. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the light Seaside Spray. And let me move these over, because what I'll do is when I edit this video, I will zoom in so you guys can see the coloring. Although my coloring is not perfect, so I'm not sure you really want to see my coloring. Now I'm going to take the fine tip here and color the top of the hat and the mug. I'm going to take the dark Smoky Slate and I'm just going to trace that line. Okay, now the light Smoky Slate. I couldn't sleep last night. I kept having nightmares about things being wrong at the house. I had a dream that my husband got some secondhand furniture and filled our whole house with it. And we had to do that at our first lake house. We bought all of our furniture from yard sales, and yeah, from yard sales, like Pumpkin Pie. So I had a dream that he filled our new house with, with all used furniture. And I was so upset. We have furniture in this house. So Granny Apple Green for the leaves. Poppy Parade. Actually, this is dark, so I said light. Uh-oh, I got devices making sounds. Let's see. And now I'm going to take the light Smoky Slate for the branches. And I know technically tree branches are brown or whatever color, but I am okay with it being Smoky Slate. Okay, so there he is. Okay, we're using only one set of dies. Aren't you so proud of me? I usually mix so many up, but we are using the Stitch So Sweetly. So all three of these are in this set. I love it. So we're going to cut this out with this one. We're going to cut the greeting out with this one, and then we're going to cut our silver foil out with that one, okay? So I'm going to get the foil, and then I will get the stamping cut and emboss machine. We're going to start with a number 1, a number 2, a number 3, and then let's go ahead and see if we can cut 2 of these at once. So we'll cut the foil and then this image here. And to be on the safe side, I'm going to use some purple tape just because I don't want it to shift. I have lots of things on my calendar for today. I also have to change my address. That's kind of stressful with everybody. Did y'all notice my fingernails match the color we're using today? Okay, so look how cute. Let's save the purple tape. And now we want, I'm going to run it back through the opposite way, so hopefully you can see it over here. I'm going to cut the greeting out now. And, whoa, fumble fingers here. I'm going to use my purple tape again just to be on the safe side. Wait, I want to line up my 3s. Slide it back out. slide this over here. I'm going to get the Simply Scored scoring tool. Okay, this one is a smaller version than the one we're making today. So the top up here is for this one. The bottom one down here says larger handbag. It gives the finished measurements. So this one measures 3 by 2 3/4 by 1/2 inch. The one that we're fixing to make measures 3 by 3 1/4 by 3/4. So I made it thicker and taller, okay? So all your measurements are on here for whatever version you want to make. We're going to place it on the portrait side, and we are going to score it at 3/4. And then I'm going to turn it on the landscape side, which is the 8-inch side. I'm going to score it at 1/2 inch, 1 1/4, 4 1/4, and 5. Okay? Okay, folding on the score lines. David said, how long are you going to be today? And I said, 30 minutes. I didn't take into consideration that I might actually mess up something. Okay, now, place your 1/2 inch side over here, and you are going to snip off this little piece here, and then just angle cut this. Okay, the rest of these you're just going to cut up to the score line, and I'm going to trim the tabs ever so slightly. You don't have to on this box. This is one of those that you could skip this step if you want to. Okay, now for our handles. Same thing as the other day. We're going to take our silicone craft sheet and some liquid glue, and we're going to attach. Did I cut those the wrong measurement? Yeah, I did. Okay. They just look longer for some reason. Okay. We'll set that aside and do the next one. Oh, I should turn this silver upside down so that it doesn't glare. Okay. Now, remember the other day we added the handles to the inside of our bag? This time we're actually going to add them to the outside. So let me recap that. See, I added the handles on the inside, but today we're going to place them on the outside. So I'm going to use that same template. For those of you that weren't here on Monday evening, what you do is you just cut a piece of paper that measures the front of your box. This is the measurement for the smaller version, but it'll still work. So I folded it in half and then folded them in half, and that gave me my placement for my handles. So I'm just going to place it like right there, and then I'm going to place this side of the handle to the left of that score line, and the other side of the handle to the right side of that score line. Okay? I'm going to use tear and tape so that way it will be a little bit easier. I won't get the liquid glue on my finger like I did the other day. Just don't use a very big piece because it'll show through if you do. So I'm going to take my bone folder and give it a little curl. Take my Post-it note, hold this down. Okay, this is gonna go here. So I'm just gonna peel off that backing. I had gotten so used to using the paper piercer to do that. Oh, my Post-it note's not holding it down where I want it. Stay. Okay, there's that one. Now we're going to take this one and add it over here. So same thing, just peel the backing off. Now we need to do the back side. So if you need a break for a second, I'm just going to repeat the same thing over here on the back of the box. Or this could be the front. Who knows which side this is? We'll know more in just a minute. So I'm going to do the same thing, just a little piece of tear and tape for the ends. That thing's so sticky it stuck to my finger. Okay, let's... I think I forgot to give this one a curl. I did. Okay. Okay, there's our handles. Now what we're going to do to cover those up is we're going to add the Designer Series paper. Look at that. That fixes it. Because remember the other day I was talking about using a brad that we no longer have in the catalog. So I'm just going to flip this over and add some liquid glue. Okay, now this one, just making sure I cut my paper the right measurement. Since this isn't technically a box, it's a handbag, or that's what we're calling it. It doesn't have a number, it's just going to be called the handbag template. Okay, hold that down for a second. Okay, now we're going to add our adhesive here. Then fold this over. And now that's my seam, so that makes this the back of my box. That makes this the front. So I'm just going to fold this front flap down. Fold those in, fold that over, and fold this over. And then I'm going to take my bone folder and just give it a little press. Now look, you can see where I added a little too much. Well, you can't really see, but you can. I can. There's a little dab of glue here. So just be careful when you're adding your handles to use a little bit. And it's probably best if you just use your liquid glue, but anywho, there we go. There's the box. Isn't it cute? So let me show you the comparison. So it's taller and it's wider. Now we're going to decorate it. I love this ribbon, the metallic mesh ribbon, and I'm just going to tie a bow. Actually, I don't want to waste any of this. Every day I look at the back order report, I get really scared of what's going to go on back order. I have friends that are in other home-based businesses, and sometimes I forget that we are very blessed that our stamps are made in Utah. They're made, Stampin' Up! Makes them. Several of our things are actually made by Stampin' Up! So those items don't typically go on back order for very long because they are made here in the States. But some companies, most of their products are made overseas, and so they wait a long time to get back, for them to get back in stock. So yeah, I'm going to stop complaining now. Okay, that's going to go there. We're going to go ahead and attach our snowman to this piece here. So that's going to layer just like that. I'm just going to add some liquid glue. You can use your favorite adhesive. And I want to get it where I want it and then hold it for a second. There we go. Isn't that image so cute? Okay. We're going to turn it over and add some dimensionals to the back. I'm not adding the ribbon yet because I might want to make it smaller, if you're wondering what I'm doing. So this is going to go on there like that. Just peel the backing off. And then we're going to add a dimensional to the greeting as well. But we want to make sure we add it more to the bottom of the greeting. Okay? Because we're going to overlap it right there. Is that the right terminology? Overlap it. And then we're going to add a couple rhinestones because I just have to have a little bit more bling, even though the ribbon has some bling. There's one. I'm adding two. And now our final step is to add the ribbon. So let's see. I think the ribbon just makes it, right? I do want to make it a little bit smaller though. And then trim the ends. Yep. Okay, so I'm just going to add it with a glue dot. Glue dots work for me. They're quick and easy and super affordable. Okay, it stands up just like that. Isn't it cute? And I think this one will hold a gift card. Let's see. Barely. It sticks out a little bit, but that's okay. Now let me show you the one I made earlier. So I added a little bit of crinkle paper in there. Now if this one don't float your boat, you could always use the greeting that comes with the set. So I used a foil circle with the stitched shapes dies and then the stitched rectangle dies. So, and this is the, what is that ribbon? Can't remember the name of that one. But anyway, so two different versions. But I really like this one. I like saying enjoy this season. Like I said, I will be posting this template on my Chicken Scratch Stamps Facebook group. And if you wanted to order any of the product that I used today, these are all the products that I used, and this is my current host code. So yeah, I was able to pull the supply list really quickly. Okay, you guys have a great day. Thank you so much. I will be live again next Monday at 7 p.m.